Fiona, a librarian with a penchant for order and a secret craving for chaos, found herself pedaling through the Scottish Highlands. The wind whipped at her face, carrying the scent of heather and the promise of untamed freedom. Wild camping, a forbidden thrill she'd only dreamt of, was now a reality. Each rotation of the pedals was a step further away from her predictable life, a step closer to the edge. She'd been cycling for days, the solitude amplifying the fantasies that had always simmered beneath her prim exterior. Tonight, she planned to camp near Loch Ness, a place steeped in myth and mystery, a perfect backdrop for her own personal rebellion. As dusk painted the sky in hues of bruised purple and fiery orange, a rumble echoed through the glen. A motorcycle, black and menacing, materialized on the winding road. The rider, a figure clad in worn leather, slowed as he approached her. He was a stark contrast to the manicured landscapes and polite tourists she'd encountered. This was raw, untamed Scotland. He killed the engine, the sudden silence amplifying the chirping of crickets. He removed his helmet, revealing a face etched with hardship and a pair of eyes that held a dangerous glint. "Are you lost?" His voice was gravelly, a low growl that sent a shiver down Fiona's spine. "No," she managed, surprised by the tremor in her voice. "Just camping." He raised a skeptical eyebrow, his gaze sweeping over her meticulously packed bicycle. "Out here, alone?" "Yes." The word was a defiant whisper. He dismounted, leaning against his bike, a predator assessing its prey. "Risky, especially for someone like you." "Someone like me?" Fiona challenged, her heart pounding against her ribs. He chuckled, a low, guttural sound. "Someone who looks like they belong in a tea room, not wrestling with midges in the dark." He took a step closer, the scent of leather and gasoline filling her nostrils. "But maybe," he whispered, his voice a husky rasp, "you've got a wild side." Fiona found herself breathless, drawn to the danger radiating from him. The librarian in her screamed in protest, but the woman who craved chaos was winning. "Maybe," she echoed, her voice barely audible. "You're right." He grinned, a flash of white teeth against his weathered face. "Tell you what, I know a spot, hidden away, safer, more interesting." He paused, his eyes locking with hers. "Follow me." Without a second thought, Fiona swung her leg over her bicycle and followed the biker into the deepening darkness, the rumble of his engine a primal soundtrack to her descent into the unknown. The thrill was addictive, the forbidden fruit too tempting to resist. The night promised sweat, straining, and a desperate, urgent release from the carefully constructed cage she had built around herself. And Fiona, for the first time in a long while, felt truly alive.